Things are moving along here in Kaisersalutern. The Red Devils are indeed rising. At the moment, we are currently 16 points ahead of our closest rival, Dynamo Dresden. That, however, is not the good news. The good news is we actually had a decent youth intake. I swear, this is like the best youth intake I've had in 2 years worth of saves. And that should just go to show how bad my last youth intakes have been. I swear the only youth intake that comes close to this one was one of the first ones I had when I was playing Bastia. Hopefully, at least two of these guys can be as good as two of those guys were. My name's FM21, and this is the Red Devils Rising. So the youth intake actually happened a couple of days ago. We are going to transition to that here in just a minute. I want to get everybody caught up on where we are. We are currently in first place on 74 points. We've set a team record with most number of points scored in the third Bundesliga. We've set a bunch of other records as well, mostly win streak related. Lucas Spavas leads us with 25 goals. Marlon Ritter a 7.36 rating and 14 assists. Sickinger the best pass completion at 92%. Spavas 6 players in the match. Sickinger 11 yellow cards. So, you know, there is that. In our 30 league matches played, we have scored 78 goals. We have allowed 29. We have 50 yellow cards. I'm really happy with that. We've got more points than yellow cards. That's good for us. And our attendance is second best in the league, and I think that'll only climb higher the better we do. Let me get caught up on the schedule here. We last played... Oh, I was messing around. It's totally out of whack. We last played when? Mannheim Bayern. Yeah, we last played Mannheim Bayern. Or Bayern Ingolstadt. One of the two. No, it was Mannheim Bayern. Ingolstadt, we drew 1-0. This was just one of those games where enough people had an off game that they were able to equalize. Let me see. This kind of started the trend. Let me see here. Yeah, this kind of started the trend where teams started getting late goals against us. So that was a bit annoying. What's also annoying is the fact that the screen doesn't remember where we were. Against Meppen, we beat them 3-1, thanks to goals by Kleinstorff, Puri, and Kraus. Against Rostock, we beat them 3-1, thanks to goals by Redondo, and Puri had a hat-trick. Spavas missed a penalty kick. First penalty kick he missed all season. Against Zwickau, we got completely FM'd. Lost 3-2. They got goals in the 90th and 95th minute. Okay, we were up 2 goals after 14 minutes. They got a goal in the 87th minute. They got a goal in the 90th minute, and they got the goal in the 95th minute. Complete FM job. We got ourselves right against Magdeburg, beating them 4-2. Spavas a brace of goals, Puri a goal, Redondo a goal, and then against Hall, who are not the best team in third Liga. I take that back. I'm thinking, who am I thinking of? I'm thinking one of these teams down here. Hall is actually a decent team. They're mid-table. We got an own goal. They got a goal in the 2nd minute. We got an own goal. We got an own goal on them in the 20th minute. We scored in the 74th minute. They got back-to-back goals 2 minutes apart in the 92nd and 93rd minute. But we also had enough players that had bad games that we were frankly we were going to be lucky to come away with a 2-1 win. For all intents and purposes, that should have been a draw. But no, the FM gods laughed. So today we're going to play Lübeck and Saarbrücken, and I think if we win the Saarbrücken game, if we win both of these games, well, let me rephrase that. If we don't lose either one of these games, I think we will clinch because 76 games with 8 left. 76 points, rather, with 8 left. That's 24. It depends on what happens with Dresden. It's possible. The chances are so small, it's not even funny. But we'll get back to that here in a minute. Now, let's take a look at this youth intake. our first intake here at FC Kaisersalutern, and it's interesting, to be honest with you. We've got a couple of really good prospects. The first is Nicodemo Santini, a defensive center back, can also play defensive midfielder and advanced midfielder. He's 16 years old. He already has a jumping reach of 16, flair at 17, work rate is 16, heading, marking, tackling. That's, wow. He is definitely 2 Liga material. He may even be Bundesliga material. Wow. And then Marco Hen is an advanced midfielder who also plays midfielder on the right. Concentration is a little low, the positioning is a little low, but he's 15 years old. 4-star potential. First touch, passing, technique are already decent. Well, first touch is a little bit on the low side. Work rate's nice. Flair, determination are nice. Pace, acceleration are good. We'll take a look at Jan Bonch. I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Defensive right back. 3.5-star potential. The low determination's a killer. Oh, what's going on here? Ali Amir. He's a 12. Good natural fitness. He could be one of those players where the star rating doesn't accurately reflect what he could be. Yes, George, I'll be right there. Just a sec. I'll be right back. Thomas Dressel. The physicals are interesting. Some of the mentals are interesting too. 13 aggression, 13 bravery, 13 determination, 11 positioning, 14 teamwork, 15 tackling, 9 marking, only 5 strength, 10 jumping reach. Defensive center back. Definitely interesting potential there. And we'll take a look at Sandro Pick just because why the heck not? And that's why the heck not. So that is our youth intake so far. I'm not going to check out any of these others down here. They're just not probably worth it. I mean, if you're at best a star and a half in 3 Bundesliga, you're not going to make it up to the 2 Bundesliga or Bundesliga. But, you know, they're, out of these 5 here, there's probably 2 or 3 that could be on the team long term. This Nicodemo Santini is very nice. Just the 2 determinations, absolute killer. I wonder who is my head of youth development. Uwe Scher. Former Kaisersalutern player. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be long for head of youth development here. So we shall have to wait and see. Anyhow, this is actually a couple weeks before we're supposed to be back. So let's transition to that right now. Okay, maybe upon reflection, the youth intake wasn't the best in terms of overall quantity and quality, but we've got a few rough cut diamonds there, and I think a couple of them could be on the team if and when we do make it to the Bundesliga. But this here is what I was talking about before the transition. We need just 1 point from our next match in order to secure a playoff berth at worst. So we're doing well. We're playing Lübeck today. They are 12th in third Liga. We got Spach in goal, Shad, Rieder, Kraus, and Hlusek as the defensive back 4, Sifty and Sickinger as the defensive midfielder, Huth, Redondo as the attack midfielders, Puri and Spalvis as the strikers. I still have not found a fix to the flashing billboards. Uh-oh. Ramage off the errant pass. 3 minutes in, they're 1-0 up. I have been playing around with a different replay angle, so far I'm liking this one. This is the director one, which I'm liking. Let's get it back. Sifsi with the corner kick in. Raider jumps up and picks that up out of the air. Holds it up. Tries throwing it long. Shad steps in front of it. Gets it to Huth. Back to Shad to Sickinger to Spalvis. And he scores. The pass was right where he could get it. That was well done. His 26th goal of the season. I told him after this season we would begin contract negotiations, and he was happy with that. His agent, less than happy, but then again, his agent also came to me wanting a 13,500 a week euro salary, which, okay, granted, I could do that, but I'm not going to do that, especially if we're in third Liga. We got to get up to second Liga where we have the opportunity for at least some TV revenue money and things of that nature. Encourage the boys here. Hlusek runs down the carom. Tries crossing in again, bounces it off a Lübeck player. Boland picks it up. Back to Hurtner. He gets it to Benyamina. Oh, Sipsy steals the ball. Spalvis feeds Puri. Oh, he tried going around the keeper, but ended up in front of the defender. Spahic with the free kick. Gets it to Reeder. Up to Spalvis. Over to Puri. He's got help. Is he going to use it? He is? Kind of, sort of. What happened there? That was a... Okay, in the 2D, that looked like a complete gimme goal. Sure, and now my encourage goes off. Puri. Okay, the Lübeck keeper either misplayed that or something went on behind the scenes with the match engine and they couldn't animate it the way they wanted to. Although I did score a goal a couple games ago where the ball went through the keeper's legs. That's the first time I've seen that in FM in a long, long time. Boland gets it to Roser, and his shot is deflected, goes wide right. And that is halftime. We have a 2-1 lead. 2-1 lead. Words are hard. And it's not even that late. Hlusek. Oh, sends it right to Raider. That was an errant kick. Raider sends it forward. Kraus knocks it down. He is back from injury and helping the team out. Shad gets it to Sickinger, to Spalvis, back to Sickinger, to Redondo, who feeds Spalvis. Oh, just wide left. That would have been nice. Zahir centers it to Boland, who feeds Benyamina. I don't know if he kicked it all the way back to Kircher or if it caromed off a Kaisersalutern player. But the ball is at Raiders' foot now. He sends it up towards no one in a Lübeck uniform. Kraus bombs it forward. Looked like Spalvis was fouled. Or they went up for the header and they both missed it. Puri took the shot, missed. Hlusek corner kick in. Knocked away. Redondo's going to run it down. Holds it up. And he's dispossessed by Diekman, but it goes in for a Kaiserslautern throw-in. Just about 60 minutes in, we're going to make a couple of subs here. We're going to bring on Janis Held for Shad. We're going to bring in Scarlatitis for Huth. Scarlatitis sends it in. Puri's there, but Benyamina knocks it away. Boland's going to run it down for Lübeck. Not quite sure what the 43 is doing, but okay. What he's not doing is covering Diekman, but he was offside, so that's not allowed. Who is texting me this late at night? Free kick for Lübeck. Boland sends it in, knocked away by Reeder. Sickinger has it. Gets it to Redondo. A lot of Lübeck jerseys on this side of the pitch. Redondo tries crossing it in, but he bounces it off a Lübeck player. Diekman gets it up to Benyamina. He gives it back to Boland. Tries passing it up into space. Knocked down by Kraus, who gets it to Scarlatitis. He sends it up to Spalvis, who does score this time. It's 28th goal of the season. We do have quite a few players who are going to be leaving in the summertime. One of the things I'm hoping when we get promoted, because it looks like we're going to get promoted, is we get a decent bump to our salary. A little bit of a transfer budget would be nice. I'm not overly worried about that, though, unless a couple of players that I'm trying to keep end up leaving. Spalvis rounds to the defender, driving forward in the box, takes the shot off the post. Coming up on the end of the game here, and that is it. We beat Lubeck 3-1 thanks to a hat trick's worth of goals by Lucas Spalvis. Solid. Unspectacular. I mean, 28 goals is nice. 25 goals and 6 assists is nice. I can't complain about that. He is definitely playing at... He's not going to get any better. 3.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential ability. If he does get better, it's just going to be incremental. But he's doing all the right things. I think it's his anticipation and off the ball that are really helping him here. The determination is definitely helping him too. Finishing and first touch are also nice. Heading is not bad. I don't know how many of these goals are headers. I know a few of them are, but I know all of them aren't. Yeah, he's definitely getting the most out of his ability. That's for darn sure. And we have Saarbrücken coming up, and I believe, should we beat them, we will have clinched third Liga. So I am going to get to that game, and we're going to be back with that here in just a bit. It is the Derby. I'm not quite sure what the name of this Derby is. I would probably call it the Saarland Derby, but I know I would be wrong. We are playing Saarbrücken. They are literally a stone's throw away from Kaisersalutern. Good game with no injuries. First highlight of the game, Spahik to Reeder, over to Kraus, up to Sickinger. Long pass, errant. Muller heads it down to Mendler. Gets it to Bozel, over to Schleimer. Back to Bozel. To Schleimer. To Barriella, to Shipnowski. Shadowed. He drives towards the center of the field. Drops off to Bozel, gets it to Jacob, who taps it past Spahik. No problem. Spalvis has equalized the team record for number of goals in the season with 28. The fact that we still have 7 games left in the season tells me unless something happens this game, he will break that. We've set the record for points. We've set the record for wins. And I'm reasonably sure if we win this game, we clinch. But it's late, and math is even harder when it's late. Spalvis, on the other hand, is on a 6-5. Pori's on a 6-6. This is not going well, guys. This is no bueno. I don't know how to say that in German. I should probably look that up. Spahik to Reeder. Out to Shad. Dispossessed by Bozel. Is he fouled? And he is. Bozel is off. Second yellow card. Mendler. Breaks left. Loses the ball. Shad. Wow, it was dangerous. Sends it all the way back to Spahik. Kraus to Spahik to Kraus. The blinking ads are still driving up a wall. Redondo feeds Spalvis. Crosses into the goal. Far post and in. That is the record. His 29th goal of the season. Nice little touch pass by Redondo. Spalvis left-footed that. Okay. Make a couple of substitutions here. We're going to bring Held on for Shad. We're going to bring Gottwald on for Reeder. We're going to bring Roser on for Pure. Redondo crosses it in, but goes right to Bots. He gives it right to Gottwald. Sivsi to Huth. Crosses it in. Sivsi's there, but it's knocked away. Janicki sends it forward. Jacob runs down the ball. Who's my 43? That's Held. Shipnowski crosses it in, but it's knocked away. Roser, nice first touch. Feeds Spalvis, who got by the defender again, but this time he sends his shot wide left. That's okay. Bats towards Shipnowski. Knocked down. Borrelia has it to Schleimer. Up to Jacob. Knocked down. Back to Schleimer. To Janicki. To Schleimer. Out in space. Mendler's going to pick that up. Crosses it in. Knocked away. Sivsi gets it to Roser. He loses the ball, but goes right to Huth. Gottwald. Sifsey to Sickinger, over to Roser. Redondo tries taking the shot, but it bounces off someone in blue. Huth tries taking a shot, bounces off someone in blue. Gottwald gets the ball. Out to Hlusek. To Redondo. Spalvis feeds Roser, who kicks it wide left. Mendler sends in the free kick. Ooh, Farrow headed it over the crossbar. That looked like it was going in for a second. Bats. To Barillia. To Janicki. To Shipnowski. Driving forward, holds it up, crosses it in. Are you freaking kidding me? Vungwitica, I think I'm pronouncing that right, scores in the 87th minute. And they're a man down. Okay, that bites. 12 shots, 3 on target. That bites even more. That's a big reason. Unflippin' real. Reader reached the yellow card limit. Okay. Well, I think what we're going to do is just come back for the Verl game. We'll play all the games in between. Come back for Verl. At the very least, we've clinched a playoff spot, so we'll be in the playoffs. And we'll do an end-of-season recap. And then, probably a very busy summer transfer window. We've got a few players whose contracts are expiring in June. Probably the biggest name is Sickinger. And I don't know. Something tells me if he leaves, I'll be okay with it. But yeah, I think Gunnar Hotchings 18th. Let's take a look at the calendar here real quick. Gunnar Hotchings. Oh, we're playing Duisburg. Gunnar Hotchings 18th. 18-16 Munich's 5th. Erdogan's 2nd. Colin's 16th. Verl is 19th. So actually, Verl may be an opportunity for a lot of the youngsters to play too. Maybe the Victoria Colin game as well. We shall have to wait and see. But that is the plan going forward. Should something happen in between now and then, I will definitely do my best to record it. So, a solid win today. Spalvis has had an absolutely brilliant season. Was totally unexpected. I would have been happy if he gotten half the goals he has right now. The fact he has almost 30 is just unbelievable. And then a not so great game against Saarbrücken. A man down, they get a goal in the 87th minute. That just, it's going to hurt. That's going to sting for a little while. All that said, if you did like what you've seen and heard, please have a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM Jellico. I thank you for watching.